Konnichiwa. Okay, welcome. Today is August 30th. It's Sunday. It's 1 o'clock. We're going to be still going over Bokken stuff. We're going to finish off with some finish off the Tai Sabaki series, the kumi tachi of Bokken versus Joe, and we'll go ahead and move into doing a few more techniques of Bokken waza. You know, basically you have the Bokken, and what do you do? Something like that. Okay, and on that note, let's go ahead. Get up and stretch out very quickly. All right, so ear to shoulder, each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju, to your shoulder, each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju. Okay, up and down. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju. Okay, shoulders looking back. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju. Up and forward. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju, and across. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju. Diagonals. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju. Okay, twist the waist. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju. Okay, forward, to the middle, behind, up, stretch back, forward, middle, back, up, stretch back, forward, middle, back, up. Okay. Down to the right side. Okay, switch it over. Okay, switch it over. Left toes are up. Remember, try to keep your right foot as flat as possible. Okay, switch. Now you're up on your right heel. Right toes are pointing up. Okay. Back squat. Hands on the knees. Push your right hand. Look at your left shoulder. Okay, now push with your left hand. Look over your right shoulder. Okay. Again, push your right hand. Look over your left. And now push with your left, look over your right. Okay. Knees together, bend those knees, rotating counterclockwise. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chich, hach, ku, ju. Clockwise. Each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, chichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Down to seizan. Okay, left hand back behind you, right hand up, come back down to that left elbow, reach that right hand across. Okay, come up, put your right hand back behind you, left hand up, come down to that right elbow, and reach that left hand across. Okay, come up, put both hands behind you, do both hands, then do the elbows. You do the elbows, just straightly all the way back. Okay, and up. Okay, so go ahead and grab your Bokken. If you don't have a Bokken, you can use a wooden dowel or what have you. So, okay, so to work on some kemi, It's mostly back or shiru kemi. So for this, what we'll do is we'll put our left knee up, keep our right side down. Now, again, how we grip the bokken, right hand on top, left hand on bottom, and it stays there unless we tell you otherwise. So from here, watch first, we're gonna come up, switch, and then forward. So the bokken should just be going straight up and down. It shouldn't be flapping all over the place. Here, stays in our center, we can tuck our chin, up, down, forward. So our elbows stay inside our knees, shoulders stay relaxed, so we don't grip down on it, bringing our shoulders up, we keep them down and relaxed. And let's try to do backwards, a rocky exercise 10 times. So here we go. So each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, tachi, ku, ju. Okay, so now we bring it up to the knee. Same thing applies. Chin tucks in, everything stays in front. So as we're here, that foot tucks in, sit down, up, forward, and get back up, okay? Trying to keep those shoulders over those hips. It tucks in, down, up, and then forward. Okay, so let's do this together. Again, about 10 times. And each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, tachi, ku, ju. Then from here, stand up. Okay. So, last 2 weeks, we kind of gone over basics on striking. Again, just a quick review. Right hand on the top, left hand on the bottom. Basic shomen. So, get our legs a little bit wider shoulder width. We start up jodan position. Reach out, cut, coming level with your belt. Chudan position. And then wash, rinse, repeat. Okay, so do this, try to keep that spine straight. Don't come here. Try not to do that. So straight up, straight down, and repeat. Reaching out and coming back to cut. Okay. On that note, let's do about 20. You know, not a lot, just some to get those arms warmed up. So here you go. So raising up, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, tachi, ku, ju, ju, ni, san, yan, go, ro, shichi, tachi, ku, nage. Okay, that's 20. Basic shomen. Now let's go ahead and continue on with the Tai Sabaki that we started last 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to do them facing 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and do them together. So we're going to do each one twice. So we're here, we start right or Rikihami, we raise, we step forward, shomen, we step forward, we ski, we kaiten or pivot. So now slide your left foot forward, right hand on top. We step forward, shomen, step forward, ski, kaiten, or pivot again. Okay, let's do that one again. So, step forward, shomen, step forward, ski, kaiten. Step forward, shomen, step forward, ski, kaiten. Okay? Next one, now we step backwards. So here, we raise, we step back, we step forward, ski, kaiten. We raise, we step back, shomen, step forward, ski, kaiten. And again, back, shomen, forward, ski, kaiten, step back, shomen, step forward, ski, kaiten. Okay. Next one, we're going to step up and around. So before we do it, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're doing. So for that, I'm actually going to look right at the camera. So as I'm looking at you, I've got to step up and around 90 degrees. So I have my Bokken point where I'm going to go. So it's going to point to my right. I raise up. I step with my left. Shomen. I step ski. Kaiten. Now, I've got to go to my left. Bokken points to my left. My right foot comes up and around. Stepping, shomen, ski, kaiten. One way I know if I do it correctly is I should end up with my right foot, right hand on top, because I shouldn't be changing my hand, starting looking the way I began. So, with that being said, I'm going to do this at 90 degrees so you kind of see what my feet are doing. So, let's go ahead and do this together. So, here we are, starting right, or migi kami. So, we point our Bokken to our right. We take our left foot, we come up and around, stepping down, shomen, we step, ski, kaiten. Okay? Now we're going to go to our left. So, Bokken points to our left. We step our right foot up and around, shomen, step, ski, kaiten. Again, I finished where I started. Good deal. All right. So make sure those shoulders are back. They're stacked over those hips. And again, so I'm here. Bokken points to the right. I step with my left foot over my right. Step forward. Ski. Kaiten. Now, it points to my left. My right foot steps up and around. Step ski. Kaiten. Okay. So now the next one. I look behind and I drop my blade back behind my hip. Okay, so we're going to do this together. So here, looking back behind us, we take our right foot, we step forward, blade comes underneath, makes a big circle back to the front. We step ski, and then kaiten. We're going to do the same thing again. We look what is now behind us. We step forward with that left foot. Blade coming up all the way underneath, back to the front, step, ski, kaiten. All right, hey, finish the way I started. Good deal. So again, we're here, we pivot, wake no kamai. We step forward, blade comes underneath all the way. We step, ski, kaiten. We look behind us again. We step forward with that left foot, blade coming up all the way over and around, step, ski, kaiten. Okay, now we're going to do that same motion, but instead of stepping forward, we're going to step back. So together, we look behind us. Now our left foot draws back as the blade comes underneath, all the way back to the front, step, ski, kaiten. Again, we look behind us, called wake no kamai. We draw our right foot back as the blade comes underneath, to the front, step, ski, kaiten. Let's do it one more time together. So, look behind, draw that left foot back, all the way around, step, ski, kaiten. Look behind, wake no kamai, draw that right foot back, all the way underneath, finish your shomen, step, ski, kaiten. Okay, next one. Iriminage. So let's hold on for a second and just watch what we're going to be doing. So I'm here right for migi kami. One way to do it is, as I step forward, I step with my left as I raise, I pivot, finish my shomen, I'm going to step ski, kaiten. Wait, now I'm facing the way I started. That's okay, this is the way this one goes. Okay, because now I'm going to step, pivot, coming down that shomen, step forward, ski, kaiten. So bam, I'm right back where I started. So if I'm looking at you directly at the camera, because I'm here, I step, pivot, tenkan, that shomen comes down, I ski, and then kaiten. I got my left foot forward. So I step with my right, draw my left foot back, step forward with that left, and back and over. Okay? So let's try that one together. So here we go. So I'm here, right, or ikemi. I'm going to be doing that on the right, just make life a little bit easier. So I'm here, I raise up, step forward with my left foot, pivot, draw my right foot back as I do a shomen. Now I step with my right, ski, kaiten. How do you do the same thing again? Now I step with my right as I raise, pivot, draw the left foot back, shomen, step forward, ski, kaiten. And hey, look, we ended up back with the right foot in front. And again, here we go. So step, pivot, draw back, shomen cut, step forward, ski, kaiten. Again, same thing. Step, pivot, draw, step forward, ski, kaiten. Okay. Last two we haven't done yet. So, you're going to see the first one. It's going to look similar, but it's different. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot to my right, bring my feet together, raise up, draw my right foot back, ski, kaiten. I'm going to do the same thing again. So now my left foot's in front, I point to my left, I bring my right foot to my left foot, shomen, step, ski, kaiten, facing back where I started. Okay, so this is different than the one where we did the stepping. When we did the stepping, we stepped that foot all the way around. This time, we bring the feet together, draw the foot back. Okay? So that's the little difference. So let's try it together. I'm actually going to do this. We're going to do it twice. I'm going to do it once facing the camera and once the way the camera is facing. That way, we hopefully all can all do it together. So I'm going to do it the way the camera's facing, so we're all facing the same way. So I'm here, right or ikemi. Let me go forward. Bokken points to my right. My left foot comes to my right foot. I raise, I draw my right foot back, shomen. I step, ski, kaiten. Now, I point my bokken to my left. I bring my right foot to my left. I raise, draw my left foot back, shomen, step, ski, kaiten. Hey, there we go. Ended up with the right foot forward, so we're groovy. I know, I'm old, using old language. So here I am now facing the camera. So I'm now facing back at you. So we should be going opposite, but same side. So as I'm here, I point to my right. My left foot comes to my right foot. I raise my bokken up, draw my right foot back, shomen, step with my right foot, ski, kaiten. Okay. Bokken points to the left. My right foot comes to my left. I raise up, I look to my left foot draws back, shomen, step forward, ski, kaiten. Okay, great. We have one more to do. So the last one is I'm here, right or ikemi. I'm going to look to my left, cut, ski, kaiten. Now from here, I look to my right, raise up, shomen, step, ski, kaiten. Okay? So, Do it so we're all facing the same direction. So here we are, right iriminage, facing the way the camera is. I look to my left, pivot to my left, raise up, my left foot forward, shomen, step, ski, kaiten. Now, I look to my right, I position my right foot forward, raise, shomen, step, ski, kaiten. Okay, so now facing back to the camera. When you're doing this a little more at speed, as you look, that cut should be happening at the same time. We're slowing it down a little bit just so we get the footwork, okay? So as we're here, we look to our left, we position ourselves to our left, shomen, step, ski, kaiten. We look to our right, position, shomen, step, ski, kaiten. Okay? Let's do that one more time. So together, you're right behind me. I look to my left. I raise as I position. Shomen, step, ski, kaiten. I look to my right. I position my feet. Shomen, step, ski, kaiten. Okay, wonderful. All right. So now that we've got some of the 8 basic Tai Sabakis, or how we move, now let's go ahead and throw a little technique into it, okay? So bokto waza means I have the bokken, I have the sword, my partner is grabbing me. Usually they want to grab me with the hand that's holding the sword. If they grab on the other side, I just let go and go, poke, 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 slice, slice, slice. You know, those kind of fun things. But for right now, we did 1, 2, shomen. Now, I believe last couple of classes, we were here, pivoted it up, and did a simple kokyu ho or kokyu nage. So we're going to start the same. They pretty much always start this. They start very similar. So step, step, shomen. They grab on morotetori, 2 hands on one hand, so I can't just lift straight up and cut them. Okay, so one of the techniques I really like to do is I do a rear foot tension, which means I move my rear foot back at an angle, and then I bring my blade across. Now, if my partner is behaving or understanding, they don't want to get hit with this part, so they go around it. Their elbow is then exposed, and then I just simply step forward and throw. Iriminage, nage, okay? Underarm, elbow seizing throw, okay? So again, I'm going to do it the way the camera's facing. We're here, we step, step, shomen, we grab on our right side. So we move our left foot back, rear foot tension, notice I flatten out the blade. Then I turn it over and bring it back across to cut across their belly. I let go with my left hand to their exposed elbow. As it's in front of me, then I step forward and throw. Now, one thing when you finish the throw, try to make sure that you want to have the throw happen between your shoulders, between your hands, so the kisaki or the tip should be pointing where you're throwing. If your tip's out here and you're trying to throw there, something's off, okay? So it should all flow in the same direction. So let's try that together. So we'll do it a couple of times. We'll start with 4, probably do 6 or 7. We start once facing the way the camera's facing so you can see the feet. So we're here. We step, raise, step, cut. Now they're grabbing on the morotetori, so they're grabbing onto our form. So I can't lift up. So I take my left foot, draw it behind. Now, as I'm doing that, I don't go 90 degrees. I want to go 45. So I'm looking at a 45-degree angle. Right is there. Now I bring my right foot across as I cut through. Earlier on, we talked about a dough cut. That's what you're doing. Now, from here, I let go of my left hand. Their elbow should be kind of right in front of my center. I put my left hand underneath their elbow, thumb facing up. Now, as I step toward my left side, my thumb faces down to throw. And again, everything should be going kind of in front of me. Okay, my Kisaki or my tip should be pointing where I start. Okay, now facing back here to the camera. So I'm here. We step, raise, step, cut. Again, our partner's grabbing on this side. So my left foot comes back, again, 45 degrees. Okay, now I bring the blade across. If you notice, I went from 145 to another 45. Okay, now from here, I take my left hand out, thumb points up, shoulder should be back over my hips. I step forward with my left foot, thumb is up, and then as I throw, thumb is down. Both arms should be extended, and then the Kisaki or the tip should kind of be still more or less in my center. Okay, here we are. Right to iriminage. I'm going to do this on the 90s. So I'm here. Step, raise, step, cut. Morotetori. So they're here on my right side. I move that left foot back. I have the blade about 45. And then I bring it back across. It almost should look like a V. So I'm on the other 45 now. Left hand releases, goes underneath their elbow, thumb points up. Now I step forward to throw, thumb points down. Okay. So here we are, right here behind me. We're here, step raise, step, cut. Morotetori, so they're here on my right side. Okay? I don't want to hurt my partner. So I draw my left foot back, again, 45 degrees. Okay? Blade flattens out. I want it. Now from here, I flatten it out and draw it across the other way. Another 45. So it should look like a V almost. Now here, my arms extended. My partner hopefully should be in front of me here. I bring my left hand underneath their elbow, thumb points up. Now I step forward my left and throw. All right. Now let's do this one 4 more times. I'm going to do 2 facing the way the camera is, and then 2 facing back at you. Okay, so here we are together. Step raise, step, cut. You're grabbing morotetori. I draw that left foot back again. 45 degrees, and then I slide across another 45. It should be a very wide V. Left hand comes underneath their elbow. As I step forward, thumb goes up, thumb goes down to throw. And again. Okay, facing you, facing the camera. So, step raise, step, cut. Morotetori to my left, and then cut across to my right. Okay, now from here, left hand releases. It starts to come up underneath their elbow, thumb points up. Now I step forward, thumb goes down, make sure both arms are extended. And then the Kisaki should be pointing kind of in that same direction. Okay, 2 more. Here we go. Right, behind me. So, step raise, step, cut. Rear foot tension, then draw across, do cut. Let that left hand release. Make sure your arms are extended. Step forward that left foot and throw. All right, the last one. So looking back at you, here we are. So, step raise, step, cut. Morotetori, so rear foot tension, do cut across. Okay, now from here, release that left hand, step forward that left foot, and throw. Okay, now let's go ahead, put your Bokken away for a second. If you've got an obi, just kind of put it in your obi for a second. So, when we do it open-handed, we work both sides. Do it with Bokken, you only work the right side because no left-hand samurai kind of thing, okay? So let's go ahead and do the exact same thing, but now open-handed. So we're here. So they're going to grab morotetori. So from here, rear foot tension across. Left hand comes underneath, throws. Now, seeing that we are open-handed, we get to change to the left side. So we're here, morotetori, rear foot tension, across. Step forward and throw. You notice I'm making the same V whether I'm using Bokken or not, okay? So let's try this together. So here we are. So let's start right from making how many, so you just have the sword, and they just come up and grab because they don't want us to hit them. So rear foot tension, again, about 45, draw across, okay? Take that left hand, step forward, throw, okay? Now left with your daddy kumi. Here, we grab on, rear foot tension, again, 45 degrees. Across, another 45. Now your right hand opens up or releases, or is there. Goes underneath the elbow, steps forward, and throws. Okay, facing back to the camera. So, boom, you're grabbing morotetori, rear foot tension, and then across, Tai Sabaki. Left hand, we're going to go underneath their elbow, steps forward, and throws. All right? Left, or the daddy kumi. So here I am. They're grabbing on. So, the rear foot tension, again, notice that 45. And then across. Right hand comes up underneath the elbow, steps forward, and throws. Okay, 4 more. So here we are, right behind me, they grab on. So rear foot tension, and across. They should loop around. Left hand comes underneath, step forward, and throw. Okay, left, we're going to daddy kumi. Hold on. So rear foot tension, draw that foot across. Right hand comes up underneath the elbow, step forward, and throw. All right, last 2. Right, or kumi. They grab on. As they grab on, rear foot tension. Draw across. Again, making that V, that idea of V. Left hand comes up underneath the elbow, steps forward, and throws. Okay, last one. So left, and daddy kumi, they grab on here. As they grab on, rear foot tension. Again, 45, and then across. Right hand comes up underneath the elbow, step forward, and throw. All right, so I'm going to need to put the Bokken away for just a second. So what does ukemi look like for this? Okay, so as I'm grabbing on here, morotetori, 2 hands on 1 hand. All right, so my partner's going to draw me out. Now, as they draw me out, if they have the Bokken, it's going to come here across my midsection, so I need to make sure I push my hips back so the Bokken doesn't get lots of extra barbecue that I've been eating. Okay? And then from there, when they bring it across, oh look, my elbow is exposed. Okay? So I should then be here. And then they come up underneath, they step forward and throw. Okay? So let's work on the ukemi together. So to make life easy, I'm going to do 2 facing you and then 2 facing the camera. So the first one to start with is, in my partner's here, right from behind me, because that's the way we started with the Bokken. So they start with the Bokken, it's here, here, and then I come off to the side and I'm grabbing. So I'm grabbing morotetori. So my left hand's on top, my right hand's on bottom. Okay, now from here, they're going to do a front foot tension, which is going to go the same way my belly's facing, so it's going to draw me that way. Now, as they bring it across, again, my belly's in the way, so I need to push my hips back. And then from here, if you notice, my arms are going to turn and twist, and then I'm going to move slightly forward with my right foot. So now my right arm is exposed, the elbow should be pointing in this type of direction, so they can put that arm underneath. As they put that arm underneath, they're going to step forward and throw, and then from here you just take appropriate mai or forward kemi. Okay? So next one now, our partner is left or hidari hami. So we're going to be migi hami and grab. Okay, morotetori. So from here, they do that front foot tension, so it should lead me out this way, and then they're going to bring the blade across. As they bring the blade across, I push my hips back, pushing my arms forward, and then my body goes across. As it goes across, my left foot should kind of move forward, so I keep everything preserved. Again, my left elbow is exposed, okay? I'm still holding on. I'm going to move back a little this way so I can go to the wall. So from here, now, as they put that arm underneath my elbow, they're going to start pushing forward. As they push forward, my right foot steps forward, I come down. I can take appropriate kemi. Okay, now, my partner is here, right, for migi hami. So I'm going to be left or hidari hami to hold on, okay? As I'm holding on, here, morotetori, first thing they're going to do is rear foot tension. So that's going to draw me across to them. Now they're going to open up. As they open up, I can push my hips back, push my arms forward, and my body turns with them. As it turns, my right foot should be slightly forward at this point. So my partner's going to bring their left hand underneath my elbow, okay? As that happens, I'm coming up on my hips because, well, I'm going to get right. That's hurt. That's going to hurt. And then from here, I step over that left foot and take appropriate front or my ukemi. Okay, so the last one. So my partner is here, left or hidari hami. So I'm grabbing migi hami. So my right hand, right foot in front. Boom, I've got a hold of them. Now, you're going to start that front foot tension. So I'm going to slide forward. And then from here, they're going to draw across. As they draw across, I push my hands out, push my hips back, and then they're going to bring my arm across, bringing my left foot with me. Okay, now from here, my arm can kind of cross a little bit. Okay, now they're going to come through with their right arm underneath my elbow. It's underneath my elbow this way, pushing it up. As it pushes up, my hips come up. As my hips come up, my right foot steps forward and right forward roll over my ukemi. Okay. So back to the Bokken. So that was one of the techniques I love to do because both partners, both nage and ukemi, have to be aware of what's going on, that they don't get whacked in the stomach. Are you going to get whacked with a Bokken a couple times? Yes, it happens. Okay, some people's arms might be a little bit shorter. Some people may be a little bit more aggressive in how they come through across with that blade. Oh, why are you looking at me? Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. I mean, if you get tagged a couple of times, it's okay. Just try pushing those hands out further, those hips back a little bit more. If it keeps happening with the same partner, ask them then to modify to maybe take the blade down a little bit. Maybe they have really long arms and your arms aren't as long, so that it can come through smoothly without hitting you across the stomach. Okay, next one is 1, 2, boom, here. So same morotetori. Now we're going to start the same way. So same rear foot tension. Now we're going to bring it across again. Now, this time I'm going to slide forward, head on my shoulders, raise, pivot, and down. This is one variant of iriminage. The reason I like it is if you don't have your partner's head on your shoulder, you have them just right there with your arm, you're trying to lift up their whole body with just your little arm muscles, and I'm not strong enough to do that. You might be able to, I definitely am not. Okay, so watch. Some people call this scarf or iriminage because the arm comes through around like a scarf on their head. Pardon me, so it's here, 1, 2, boom. Rear foot tension across. Now, this time, As my partner comes around, I'm going to slide forward. As I slide forward, I'm going to bring their head into my shoulder. Okay? Now from here, I raise my bokken straight up in the air. I don't bicep curl it. I just raise it straight up the shoulder. And then from here, I just 10 count around, cutting straight down the throat. Okay? So, as I'm here, facing the camera, so 1, 2, boom. Rear foot tension, bring it across. I'm going to get over here so you can see next piece. Now, from here, I slide forward to help bring my partner in. I use my left hand to bring him into my shoulder. From here, I just raise my bokken up. Okay? If my partner is here on my arm and I try to pull back, it should stop it. But from here, if I bring their head into my shoulder, I should just be able to raise my hand up. And then from here, I just 10 count around that spot to finish the iriminage. Okay? So again, if you notice, there's that V that we did earlier. Okay? So boom, boom. Secondarily, this should be in my center the whole time. May not be, it's just me. So let's try it together. So here we are. So raise step 1, step 2, cut. Rear foot tension, and then draw across. Again, making that V. Now, at this point, let go of that left hand, and then slide forward with that right foot, bringing your left hand to your right shoulders. So you should be bringing your partner in. Now from here, I raise my right hand, and then I just 10 count, pivot, draw that foot back to throw. Okay? So now facing back here at the camera. So here I am. So step raise, step cut, rear foot tension, draw across. I draw across, I let go with my left hand, and I slide forward on that line, bringing my left hand to my right shoulder. That should be bringing my partner's head into my shoulder. I raise that bokken straight up, and then from here, I just 10 times cutting down to throw. All right. On 90, so here. So step raise, step cut, rear foot tension, bring the blade across. Slide forward as you bring your head, left hand into your right shoulder. Raise that hand straight up. 10 times, pivot to throw. Okay, facing, okay, other 90, so here. So, step raise, step cut, rear foot tension, draw the blade across. Slide forward, left hand comes to your right shoulder, raise the bokken, and then 10 times to finish. Okay, let's do this one 2 more times. So here we are. So facing the way the camera's facing, then facing back to you. So here, so step raise, step cut, rear foot tension, draw across. Let go of that left hand, slide, and we bring it, your head to your right shoulder, raise that bokken up, pivot, and down. Okay, last one. So here I am, facing back at you. So step raise, step cut, rear foot tension, bring it across. Tai Sabaki. So here, then go with that left hand, slide forward, bring your head to your shoulder, raise that right hand, and 10 count. Okay. So now let's do this a couple of times if you can. So go ahead and put your bokken away. Again, if you have an OB, you can just kind of put it into your OB right now, blade up. We can have a whole discussion about that another time. So here I am, right, and for me, partner grabs on. So rear foot tension, again, 45, draw that foot across. As I draw that foot across, I slide forward. As I slide, I bring that head to my right hand. Now from here, I just raise, I should be able to relatively easily raise my hand, my right hand up, and then I 10 counter pivot down to throw. Okay. Left or hidari, so here, morotetori, rear foot tension, slide across. I'm going to slide across. I can take my right hand, I slide forward my left foot, right hand comes to my left shoulder. I raise my hand up, and then I 10 counter pivot, right there. Okay, facing back to the camera. So right from behind me, on here, partners grab me. So rear foot tension, and then slide across. Again, you should be making that V. So as you slide forward now, bring that left hand to that right shoulder. Okay, raise that right hand. And then 10 times the throw. Okay, so left or hidari hami, I'm here. They grab on, rear foot tension, and then slide it across. Now from here, slide that left foot forward, bringing your right hand, your left shoulder should be bringing your right head to my shoulder. I raise that left hand, and then from here, 10 counter pivots to throw. Okay, 4 more. So here we are. Right or behind me. They grabbed on, and they grab on. Rear foot tension, and then across. Should have my right hand, right foot in front. Now from here, I slide with that right foot, still going in that same direction, bringing my left hand to my right shoulder. I raise that right hand up, and then I 10 counter pivot all the way down to throw. Left or hidari hami. Boom, they hold on. As they hold on, rear foot tension. Slide across. Draw across. Slide with that left foot, bringing that right hand into that left shoulder. Raise that left hand up. And then 10 counter pivot to throw. Okay, last 2. Right or behind me. Boom, they hold on. So rear foot tension, draw across. Slide with that right foot, left hand comes up to your shoulder. Raise that right hand up, and then 10 counter pivot to throw. Okay, last one. So here we are. Left or hidari hami. Oh, they hold on. So here, rear foot tension, across. Now, we slide on that same line, bringing that left hand to our right shoulder, our right hand to our left shoulder. We raise that left hand up, and then we 10 times right from there to finish. Okay, so I put my Bokken away real quick, just so you can remember kemi. Again, just about 4 times, so we can get through things. So, as I'm here grabbing, it starts the same way. So I'm going to hold one way, and then draw back another. Now, as I'm here, in this same position I was in for the last technique, now my partner is going to slide a little bit, so I slide with them. They bring my head to their shoulder. Then they raise their hand up, hand should be across my neck, and then from here, they throw me, okay? So let's work on that together. Again, we're just going to do it about 4 times, just so we get the feeling of what it should feel like. And I'll point out real quick on a few things. As they bring me across here, they slide across and don't bring my head into their shoulder. All I'm going to be is straight up and down. So they try to lift that hand up. My hand should be right in front of my own center, so I should just be able to push or hold them down. When they bring my head off my shoulders into their shoulder, my hands are no longer really quite inside my center. So I shouldn't have too much power. So just kind of keep that in mind. So my partner is here right or behind me. So I'm going to be grabbing the morotetori left or hidari. So left hand, right hand. Okay? Now from here, they do that rear foot tension. So I slide that way. Then as I draw across, that hand goes across, my foot comes with it. Now from here, so my hands should be sliding across. Now they're going to slide. As they slide, they keep sliding in that same line. They slide, they bring my head over. So my shoulders should no longer be on my hip. Now that hand comes up around my neck, bringing my head back. Okay, now as it does that, I can just now step back and take simple ukemi. Okay, so now my partner is left or hit daihami, so I grab them migihami. So I'm here, right hand on top. So same thing again, they draw that way. So going that direction. Now they bring it across, and they bring it across my left foot steps. Now my hands are almost crossed a little bit. Now from here, they're going to slide forward. If they slide forward, my head's going to go to their shoulder. Now they raise it up. As they raise it up, shoulders should go to hips, and then I can step back and take appropriate machine ukemi. Okay. So now my partner is migihami, so I'm grabbing left or daihami. So here, so should be the opposite of you right now. So as I go this way, they do that rear foot tension, so it slides me forward the way I'm kind of going already. And then from here, they bring it across. So they bring it across, and you notice my arms are moving. Then my foot has to step across to be with it. Okay? Now, they're going to keep sliding the way my foot's going, so I slide with them, they bring my head to their shoulder, hands rock my shoulders, they raise my head up, and then throw. Take an appropriate shoe ukemi. Okay, last one. My partner is left or daihami, so I grab them migihami. Here, morotetori. Okay? So from here, my partner draws me that way. Now it comes across. It comes across. Notice my hands are going. Then my foot goes with it. Okay, now from here, they're going to slide forward. They slide forward. My head should be coming off my own shoulders, leaning into them. They raise up, and then my left foot steps back and taking appropriate ukemi. Okay. So that's two more techniques we can add in to the bokto waza. Let's go ahead and grab our bokkens again. And review the bokken versus kumi tachi, okay? We're doing the bokken portion right now, so let's do it together. We're going to try to do it about 4 times so I can do it in all 4 directions, okay? So we're going to walk through it nice and slow. So I'm starting here, right, migihami, and together. So I step forward left, shomen. It gets knocked over to my kasaki goes over to my left side. I raise, I step, do a do cut. Okay, they block. I bring my hands in. I step forward, ski. Now they do a shomen, so I bring my blade back and then I bark. To do that, I push that left hand way out in front of my own center. Keep letting this protect my center line. Now from here, I take my left foot, I step back and I really slide back a little bit more to reset. Now the second half, I step with my left foot, step with my right foot, ski. As I ski, this comes down. Okay, my face is exposed, so I raise up. As I raise up, my kasaki or my tip goes to my left side, comes up, do cut without changing my feet. Now from here, my bokken's going to get knocked to the ground. My face is exposed again. So I raise the kasaki to my right side, square up, step forward left, shomen. It gets knocked over to the side, and done. Aha, aha. Yes, the famous Vicky, aha. It doesn't count if it doesn't have the aha yet. So here we are. Facing the way the camera's facing, so I'm here. So I step forward my left foot, shomen. It gets knocked off to the side, my face is exposed. I raise, step, do cut. They block that, I bring it in. I step forward my left foot, ski. As I ski, my face or my center line is exposed again. I drop that right foot back, push that left hand out to guard, okay? Now from here, I bring my left foot back, and then I slide back a little bit more. Okay, now I step with my left foot, right foot, ski. Now from here, it's going to get hit down. As it gets hit down, my face is exposed. I keep my feet right where they are. I raise with my kasaki to my left, up, do cut, cut to midsection. They're going to hit it down again. My face again is exposed. I raise up kasaki to the right, bring it square, step with my left, shomen. They block, they move it over to my left, and finish. And aha. That's the aha. Okay, last two. So here I am, right iriminage. I'll get a little bit further forward. Okay, I stand front. So here, step with my left foot, shomen, gets knocked off to the side a little bit. To my left, face exposed. I raise up, step with my right, do cut, bring it in, step forward, ski. Center line's exposed. I drop that right foot back, pushing that left hand out to guard. Okay, so make sure that left hand is really pushed out. Okay, now from here, I bring that left foot back, and then I have to slide back a little bit. Now, from here, I step with my left foot, step with my right foot, ski. Right, Bokken gets it down, face is exposed, feet stay where they are. I raise up as the Bokken goes to the left, raising above my head, do cut. It gets hit down. Face is exposed again. I raise up, kasaki to the right, square up, step forward, shomen, that's black, push to my left, aha, aha. Famous Vicky, aha at the end. Extra dramatic from those here in the dojo. I approve. So, last time, here we go. So I'm here, I step forward my left, shomen, gets knocked off to the side, face is exposed, I raise up, step, do cut, draws in, step forward, ski. Center line's exposed, so I drop that right foot back. So I'm going to a deep palm knee, left hand pushes, and then I guard my center line. I draw that left foot back and then reset. Now from here, step once, step twice, ski. Now it gets dropped down, face exposed, so I raise up, kasaki to my left, over, do cut. Gets hit down again, face exposed again. I raise up, kasaki to my right, center it, step forward, shomen, gets blocked, knocked off to my left, aha. Okay, and on that note, that is our class. So, we're going to do one more week, primarily focused on Bokken work. Next week, I am going to ask if you can actually have your Bokken and your Jo. So we're going to try to do a socially distanced kumi tachi. So if you're there at home, you can have both weapons. That way, I can either interact with you right there, or you can join us here as we go through the motions of the paired practice, socially distanced, so no touching of people, touching of weapons only. This week, this coming week, the Zoom classes, we're going to go ahead and actually focus on ski or midsection punching Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay? So on that note, let's end the afternoon. どうもありがとうございました。Thank you all very much for those of you here in person as well as those on Zoom. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend.